Thank you, Toastmasters. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. It was the Christmas Eve of the year 1957. I was a pilot in the Royal Air Force of the United Kingdom. I was stationed in Germany, in NATO, and I had got 1 week's leave to spend time with my family. I was going to fly a vampire jet plane all the way from Germany to England. I strapped myself into the cockpit and got clearance for takeoff. I was going to be the only pilot because the vampire had no co-pilots. I took off, and as I glanced beside me, I saw the entire countryside blanketed in white, and the snow reflected the bright moonlight. I was due to fly over Germany, Holland, the North Sea, and finally land near my hometown in England. It was a comfortable flight by all indications. I crossed Germany easily, I crossed over Holland, and I was flying over the North Sea. All of a sudden, I thought, let me check my direction. I looked at the compass and saw that it was floating lazily through north, east, west, and south with total impartiality. What had happened? How would I find my way home? The entire set of instruments on my dashboard, except the altimeter and the airspeed indicator, had failed. I only knew how high I was in the sky and how fast I was going. These were the only two guides to let me land safely. My heart was pounding, and I could see no other plane in the sky. Using only your altimeter and airspeed indicator, I flew towards the English coast. My hope was to see the coastline and identify where my target airbase was. As I approached the coastline, I realized I had one more enemy to face. A thick fog had developed in the evening, and it covered the entire coast. I could see neither the sea nor the land, nor did I have any chance of flying over the fog because it extended as far as my eyes could see. Now, what could I do? I recalled my instructor's words. Tom, when you are in danger, what you can do is fly in triangles, because if nobody else, at least the radar operators will be on the watch. If they see any odd behavior by a pilot, they will immediately send someone to guide you. I remembered my instructor's words. Immediately I started flying in triangles. I had completed 3 such triangles and nobody was in sight. I had barely 5 minutes of fuel left, and the only option left to me was to bail out. But one cannot bail out over the land, so I headed towards the sea. As I was about to turn, I saw a shadow on the fog below. It was not my own because the moon was in front of me. Thank God there was another plane over there. He was to be my shepherd. He would guide me safely. I descended towards him and he ascended towards me. What I saw was on the nose of his plane, he had the letters JK printed brightly. And he was flying a piston aircraft of an old generation, which was no longer being flown. I showed my outstretched hand like this to inform him I had 5 minutes of fuel left. He acknowledged in return and moved his hand down, indicating we have to descend. He plunged towards the fog. I followed suit, and within a minute, we were just 100 feet above the fog. He again indicated to me, follow, and went deep into the fog. I had no option but to blindly trust him. I too ventured into the fog. As we exited the fog, he told me, he indicated this. I immediately opened the wheelbase and my wheels came out. And he said, there you are, go ahead and land. I saw the center line of the runway and plunged towards it. I was going too fast, but my plane landed, bang, 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 and finally came to a halt. I did not have to switch off the engine because my plane had actually run out of fuel. With a thudding heart, I unstrapped myself, came out, and I saw there was only a janitor over there because it was Christmas Eve. Everybody else was on leave. The janitor said he would take care of me for the night, and he took me into the airbase. There at the entrance hall, I saw a photograph of this piston engine aircraft. Again, with the same letters JK printed on the nose. I said, who is this gentleman? He said, this is Squadron Leader John Kavanagh. JK were his initials. I asked, where is John Kavanagh now? He replied, sir, that is a sad story because 14 years ago, this very night, John Kavanagh went in his plane to Germany, and by coming back, he crashed somewhere in the North Sea. He is no more, sir. Over to you.